Hey guys, this is Trenton, aka the Garbage Pail Kid, coming at you with GPK Live, episode number 7. Tonight we got Joe Zallo and Ricky Kipfer on. We're going to be opening up a box of some cards, and we are also going to be just doing a little bit of talking about some GPK stuff, kind of the typical thing, hopefully for Sunday nights. So hopefully everybody enjoys. Right now we're going to bring on Joe and Ricky. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good evening.
Hello all.
So yeah, like I said, I know Joe's going to be opening up a box. What kind of box are you looking to open up tonight?
Right here.
Food fight.
Dun, dun.
Nice. Hopefully maybe you can pull a Ricky sketch card out of it.
Right.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
That would be like they rigged it. Yeah.
Because did they have is it just the standard sketches that were in the hobby boxes? Could you get like any of the fancier ones or no?
I'm not sure if you can get shaped or not in there. I got a little murky on that years ago. I used to know exactly what was in what, but definitely regular shapes and then a regular sketch cards. But I don't know about the shape if they're in there or not.
Do you remember how many cards you actually ended up making for the set?
Yeah, I think for that set I did about 65. Regulars about 12 or so shaped, and then 3 panos, 3 trip sketches, and then at least I think 5 puzzles or 6 puzzles is about how many we do roughly. Something like that. That's a standard load. That's a standard load of cards right there. So,
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it varies a little bit. Like this last set we worked on was the numbers were way different. So, yeah, I don't know. It'd be good to know. They kept switching it up with the collector's edition boxes. They started putting the trip sketches in there only, and the panos were in blasters for a while, right? Or value boxes. And then I don't know. I'll be excited to see what you get in there though.
Right. You know what? I've only ever really opened the hobby boxes for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get like any blasters or the collector or anything like that.
I opened way too many of the blasters. We have 13 targets within driving distance, and I mean it was one of those like I just had to stop spending money just because you'd walk into a target and there'd be 25 blasters, and then we drive down a couple more miles, go to the next target, and there'd be 10 blasters sitting on the shelf, and then there'd be 20 fat packs, and it's just like, oh my god, I can't just spend all this money on cards.
Man, the cards never made it in store for me. That's crazy.
Yeah, here I think I've seen a couple people in the groups that live in the Milwaukee area, and I know from selling on eBay, I don't send anything to this area, and it's just it's nice, but it sucks to walk out of a store and leave Garbage Pail Kids.
Right on.
Oh, nice! You got the gloves out and everything.
Oh, I have to.
Oh man, he's.
No, I got to. We're talking about pulling a Ricky, man. I gotta.
There's probably fingerprints on the space cards already, man. So don't worry. It's
Right.
no problem, man. We ding them up anyway. So.
Yeah, from doing that charity set, the quality control kind of was a little weak sometimes.
Oh yeah, you saw that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I have one. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
That one Atom Bomb trash can card that you donated, that was painful to send away to the winner.
I know.
Just
I realized
in the box was like, this is so hard.
I realized that I watched your last stream, guys, on Friday, and I realized how much you like Atom Bomb. I was like, oh, that probably wasn't good.
I mean, but the good thing was the winner is an Atom Bomb fan too. So
Yeah,
that worked out really well.
So what'd you pull? Joe?
It looks like a green right in the middle of there. Somewhere, where's that? Just a green parallel, but something. All the rest are pretty awesome still. You got
Do you go for the green parallel sets?
You know what? I haven't completed my binder green parallel. I don't typically go for those, but if I can complete a set, heck yeah.
If you need some, let me know. I got a lot of doubles.
Really? Okay, cool.
because I try to go for one base of everything, and then
Right.
the ones since I started collecting back with late to school, I've been trying to get one green set at least to go with it. And yeah, I sold off one set and still probably have almost 2 sets minus like a bunch of cards on each one.
Right on. How many blasters do you think you opened? You had to like guess.
I mean,
A case.
a minimum of a case. I mean,
Right on.
minimum probably a case and a half, maybe almost 2 cases of them, and then probably a case of fat packs, and then I think like three collectors and 2 or 3 of the hobbies.
Yeah, the little refrigerator tins were awesome, right? For that one.
Yeah.
Just really
Yeah,
incredible.
man.
Good packaging. I mean, I've some on my shelf at the house that are still sealed. I just keep up there to look at because those are cool. I like the box art too and stuff. So,
Have you seen the pictures
thing.
for the On Vacation? They had the collectors is like a round 10.
yeah, that came out a while back. Yeah, it was
Mhm.
like a globe looking sort of 10, round 10. Yeah.
Right. I was
Mhm.
just gonna say that. Those look
Has
cool
like a-
too.
I think Joe McWilliams did like like an airplane style, like a character on there or something. I'm trying to
Yeah,
vaguely
I
remember what
remember
it
seeing
was.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it came out. It came out into New York Comic Con last year.
Yeah, it was either
Around
that or the Philly show, one of those
yeah,
two.
around the same time. Yeah, so right
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Another one.
I know those are beautiful. Another green.
Another green right in the middle.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of packs are lots of greens.
Yeah, I used to like the black bordered around brand new series. Those black borders in those that around the time frame.
The solid border.
Yeah, the solid
borders
black border.
look a lot better.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I was just living life, not collecting any GPK back then.
Yeah.
I look at the prices, and I would have been so nice just to pick up a bunch of them.
They're crazy now, right? They're just crazy prices.
Because I just want, like I said, a base set of everything, and I mean, I've got maybe 25 to 30ish of all the sets, but I mean, I've got still so many to collect.
Well, that's all right. Something to chase.
Right? Oh yeah. I mean, but the problem is, it's like I got to finish my OS1. I need 15, 14, 30th, AA, AP, like all the expensive ones are right.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, something to collect. Plus I like the new ones. I know some people really, talk down on all the new sets, but I think it's kind of cool that, they're still doing them. And, I mean, I don't know, like Late to School is one of my favorite sets.
Yeah, it's a great set. I think the last few sets have been great. I mean, the artwork's been fantastic. I mean, people complain about the card stock quality. I get that. I mean, we all get that, that's just the way.
Especially you open a pack of like baseball cards and it's like, oh man, these are, I mean, even the baseball cards suck, but they're so much better than what we get.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Seems like every pack's gonna do a green right in the middle.
You're building suspense for us. That's all.
You should get, if you're
odds are getting better every second.
Blue.
Yeah, odds are getting better every time you open one. Right.
It's crazy. So I'll just keep rolling through them.
Yeah.
As we talk. And
oh, nice. Is that one of those Riot Society shirts?
Yeah, it is actually.
Those are pretty cool.
Nice.
Mr. Scott. That dude, man, if you've played the GPK game on mobile, Hot Scott, I hate that guy. He like one hits you and you're dead.
I'll get into it and I'll play it for like 2 or 3 days and then I just kind of forget about it. And then 6 months later, it's like, oh yeah, and I'll go back and play it. Because it's not too bad. I mean, they're not really my kind of game, but
yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's GPK though, so I mean, you got to at least play it once in a while.
It makes me laugh.
Not my style game, but I played it a couple of times. It's funny. I mean, it's something different. But I knew a guy who did play it hardcore, and he was just whipping the tail out of it when it first came out, and then he got bored with it. So he's, it's changed up though.
It's not the most intense game.
I don't think so either. No, not my style game.
I've played a lot worse though. That's for sure.
I got a green and a blue this time. This is crazy.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think Food Fight was a great set. The artwork was great on it. It's underrated, I think.
It's just, it was so,
Quality
I
control.
mean, yeah, quality control and mass. I mean, for what has
Mhm.
been mass produced, I think
Yeah.
that's what
Oh,
killed it.
absolutely.
But
Yeah.
the
Well,
artwork was cool. I laughed at so many cards opening them up at the first time.
I liked it probably better than I did the 35th, personally.
I would say overall, like the artwork.
hmm
Okay, nice.
You know, I liked working on the 35th, doing sketch cards for that. Was like, oh yeah, the 35th. Here we are. Let's, and then we have the poop emoji one, right? Card in there.
That was kind of cool.
I had one of those that popped up online. That it got sort of like stamped inside the foil machine. So when they stamped the card, it made the character have some like spiky hair.
Okay, that was yours. I remember seeing.
Yeah,
that
you remember
one.
seeing that one out there? That was pretty fun.
So it was one of those. I was like, should I try to get a hold of them, see if they want to donate that? No, I can't do that.
That's a cool. It was a cool card. It was cool. I put a video up with it too, where I drew it. Just after that, I was like, yeah, I got to put that up because it was just a cool one.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Now, do you record like everything you draw?
Yeah, I do. I try to record everything just in case, when you use it for something, you got it. And, if my son wants to watch it one day, he's got it. But someone told me, hey, you should just record them all. I mean, I was like, okay, whatever.
I mean, if you got the stuff, why not?
Yeah,
I mean, if it doesn't really get in your way. I mean, especially like for your kid. Yeah, that'd be awesome to see, or your grandkids or something.
Yeah, I typically like to do a commission and then send the video later, post it later for the customer. I think they like that sometimes to see that.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, something a little extra. Just hard drive space, right? It's just so many. Yeah.
I know I was looking online. I had, my computer was sold. I mean, I used it, but it was so little. And now kind of getting a brand new computer, looking at different things. And I saw they had like a 18 terabyte hard drive. And
yeah. I bought two of those for another job, actually. Not for this one, but yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, for something. But,
yeah. I remember my buddy getting a 1 gigabyte.
I probably have about 20 terabytes of video data of stuff I've not produced or put out. It's just tons and tons of stuff from between wackies and I do sketches for Upper Deck too sometimes. So I got some of that laying around, but a lot of GPK.
On 4K or just
I shoot everything is 1080. I could do 4K, but like I can't like put up videos at a 4K reasonably for people to view because no one's really viewing 4K on YouTube or anything, right? So it's kind of pointless. So and the space constraints is too. So I mean,
that's why I was wondering just how much you have. It's like, damn, that's a lot.
No, it's all they're all done on like a Sony Handycam on the side for a while, and then now they're overhead, sort of like a Logitech Brio that's doing 1080. So yeah.
I'm in like this same game, but for like storing music files.
Data storage just gets to be a beast. I mean, yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm pulling like solid a green out of every pack. It's insane.
Well, after 200 streams, we'll have a full set. You can just be like a.
Well, it looks kind of like kind of an off cut there on that green. I haven't seen that before. So I got some extra white on that side there.
Not too bad. I had some yellows that were pretty rough. The greens weren't too bad, or the blacks, or really any of them. Just the yellows were pretty rough.
What was your favorite card on this set, Ricky?
On Food Fight?
Yeah.
I had a hard time picking that. There was one where it was Coke and Pepsi, and they were like fighting. I can't remember the name, guys, but I can remember that one.
Battle and Bev was one.
Yeah, and I was gonna do that for a puzzle. I still probably will one day, because I would love to capture. That's just a perfectly framed up card for a 4-card, set. But also, I kind of like Is it Cheesy Chester?
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I did that one for a guy for a mother who wanted it for her kid. He was really into that character. He was just really special to him. So. I got to do that character and take it to him, and he got to meet me at like a restaurant, and we gave it to him, and it was really cool. So, and I ended up, it was a shaped card, and I did the shaped drawing, and then I overflowed into a piece of paper behind it and framed it for him. So the shaped card fits into a puzzle piece for him to complete the picture. So, but I just really like, as I worked on the character, I was like, I just really like it. So I always do it now. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So I always do one of those now in every set from there on. I kind of like, I have a few that I like to revisit, and that's one of them. But I like that Pepsi Coke one a lot too. That one's,
Dude, that one was hilarious.
It was, and I'm a Pepsi guy, so I gotta, Carolina Kool-Aid. So
Bam.
yeah, Georgia Swamp Water. It's it's Coke. So
I was a Pepsi guy growing up, but
they're both good. I drink them both. Actually, it's fine. But I prefer Pepsi.
Yeah, I'll take either one.
I'll take what I can get with caffeine in it. It's fine.
I had to cut it out. I drink too much, and my teeth, I ain't got squat for teeth left to be drinking soda. So,
but I'd say those are probably my two favorites in there. And there's so many other good ones though. There's a Twinkie one. I can't remember the names. Not looking at him, but the Twinkie one where it's sort of he's got a Western hat on. He's being quick draw.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Slane Wayne a lot. I mean, it's just that feel.
Here goes her.
Yeah.
I know my mom won't even actually eat Cheetos, like the crunchy Cheetos anymore, since she saw that card.
I can understand why. Yeah.
I'll still eat them, no problem at all.
Oh no, I went out and got a bag. I was like, you know what? I haven't had those in a while. That's how they make those.
I was trying to think of something special to do with a bag of Cheetos with it, like somehow I'd merge a bag of Cheetos with the artwork or some way, or put it inside a bag and seal it for him. Yeah, it'd be kind of funny, but yeah.
See, I know I liked the first one that really made me laugh was the Herschel Squirts. Like that was one of the first couple packs that just made me crack up. And then the Thin Mindy, the Girl Scout cookie.
Yeah,
that one, just because it's like, I feel like that. I mean, even though they're like the nicest people in the world, it's even the parents are usually nice, but like you feel like you just have to buy them. You walk by and you're just like, oh my god, okay, yeah, just give me 4 boxes. That's it.
Shake you down for the cash you don't have. Yeah,
sure. Right.
Like, I don't have any cash. Well, go find some.
Still not pulling nothing. No. Are you checking for autos?
Solid greens.
Did you weigh? Did you weigh this box ahead of time?
I did. Yeah, I was telling him after
I heard about that. Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Let me just see real quick with this food scale I got sitting here. And this box was heavier.
Hey, you never know. Maybe you got a plate in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I've still yet to never pull a plate.
Yeah. No, same.
Yeah, I've pulled a plate from. This is going back. So it was the 2013 set that was the mini cards that were brand new series 1 through 3. They did a mini set that was tops online only, about $50 a box. And I bought a box of them, and I pulled the, I think it was like Avalanche Albert. It was the Minecraft one that David Gross did.
Right on.
Card from that set, but it was like, I think it was a magenta plate from that. So it's a baby plate.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any of the minis.
That's a weird set. Yeah, that's a weird set. It was a really weird set to produce because it's reprints of 1 through 3 in brand new series. I mean, there are silvers and there's golds in it as well. I think
right.
Maybe blacks. Black
I've got the Atom Bomb Black. I don't even have a base. That's like the only card I have. I want to get a whole set, but
there were like 3 or 4 bonus cards that were unique to that set. There was like the Game of Thrones Dead Ned, or I can't remember the name of the character, but it's Ned Stark.
Okay.
And then there's like a monster card Bert Engstrom did. I can't recall the names right now, but there was like 4 that were unique to the set. So that's what I always look for, is the uniqueness. Like, yeah.
It's a cool set, but yeah, I guess if you just bought BNS, what's kind of the point of just having a mini version?
Yeah, it's true.
I think this guy made me laugh out loud the first time I seen him.
Yeah. There's, like I said, there's so many of them that made me laugh. I mean, I really think just because of the production that it is going to hurt the set long term, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's definitely, like you said, I think all of the recent sets have been pretty good.
Yeah, the gags are good. The artwork's pretty good. Yeah.
I think everybody just has the nostalgia for all the old stuff. I mean, I love the old stuff, but I think people just have so much nostalgia. They don't want to. They don't, like everything in life anymore in society. You got to be one side or the other. You can't, kind of collect everything. It's like, oh no, I only collect just the OS stuff. All the new stuff is just garbage. And
I think some of the newer stuff, you said like the set we're talking about here, there's some stuff in there that sort of taps in and you can feel some of the old OS sets framing up and the artwork in there. It's definitely like there's a little thread to it because I like original series personally. That's what I like everybody else, the old stuff. And you kind of see some of the newer things and some of it hits. Like you just know when it's right. Like it feels it's a newer piece, but it feels like an older vibe in there for a minute.
That's cool that's there. I know exactly
You know what I mean?
feeling you're describing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost hard to describe really, but there are some that are totally, modern and off, and but some are just like the Twinkie one I described earlier, or some of these they're timeless, right? I guess the timeless ones are there,
Right on.
now you guys don't have like any knowledge of what cards are coming in the set, so you can draw sketches for the new stuff, or do you have to wait till like well, I mean, this one's kind of an exception, but like wait till the next set to actually draw the previous sets cards?
Yeah, I mean it's so we're allowed to draw basically anything that was previously published. Things that are unreleased, typically we don't get to do that. Sometimes we see like a little preview here or there of certain things, but typically you kind of steer clear of that for approval reasons until the set's released. Now, like for me, once Vacation's released, if I draw something from Vacation, there you go, it's already released. So there's a loophole there, right? So, but yeah, not a lot of advanced knowledge on that for the sketch cards, guys. No,
I kind of figured, but
yeah, we can talk to some of the finishing artists here and there and get some ideas, but it's just wiser not to dive into that from the art director perspective, to not cross that path. It's easier.
Now you said you worked for Upper Deck. What sets do you do for them?
I've worked on some unreleased sets that I worked on some in 2019. I can't say what movies they are, but I worked on a few movie sets because they're not out yet. I can release.
I would say I've heard that Upper Deck's like
they're like NDA. They're like NDA specific. Yeah. So there's, I've worked on some sets that are kind of marvelous, I'll just say, and I've also worked on some sets that might have a quieter Bob in it. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah. So cool. I mean, it's stuff like that.
I'm surprised Topps doesn't. Well, are you guys just like independent contractors? You don't technically like work for Topps per se.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Anybody who doesn't need sketch cards for Topps is like an independent contractor. That's right. Yeah, it's per set kind of thing.
Kind of surprised at first. I was like, wait, you can work for Upper Deck? Like, but yeah.
No. There's you can work for any of them really.
That's cool.
Upper Deck. That's crazy.
They're pretty close to me too. Like their warehouse is about an hour away from the house. Never knew that, but yeah.
Nice.
They were always one of my favorites growing up. I love like the SP stuff from like the sports at least.
They were just top quality. They were amazing with that little hologram on the bottom. They just were, as a kid, you're like, what is this? It's just way high quality stuff. And I mean, there's a big fall they had, but they're still special to me too.
I kind of paid like a little bit of attention because like my first job was a baseball card shop. So I mean, I'd always pay like, if I saw an article about sports cards, but I mean, I stopped kind of mid 90s, like a lot of people.
Me too. Same here.
Paid a little bit of attention, but when I came back in, it was like, okay, I remember my stepdad, he was still kind of into collecting, and he's like, these guys still have this and they're owned by this. And it was just like, wait, Upper Deck, there's only Topps does baseball, and it's like, what the hell,
Yeah, that's exactly what I went through too. I didn't realize it all just fell apart. I mean, I saw Flair went away at one point, or Fleer, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
And then there was Leaf and all these other companies that are Leaf's still around,
Yeah, they still, but they're like they don't have.
They're tiny. They're tiny. I mean, really, to me, Topps number one, then Upper Deck somewhere in there for sketch cards. I mean, as far as getting gigs, those are the two big ones, and then there's other independent ones that are great too. Some of the smaller places are better to work for,
Probably, unfortunately, pay a little better
per card sometimes. Yeah, lower quantities though, and the properties are different. But
What you got on my sketches, homie? I'm not finding any sketches in here
I
yet.
mean, we put some in there. I don't know. They say they did, right? What are the odds in the pack for a sketch on those? Do you see on the back what it says?
Right. Let's see.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
rough.
the odds change. It used to be like 1 in 250, and then it changes. It keeps floating around. So
Yeah, I see people that have opened like the We Hate the 90s and stuff. And I
Mhm.
mean, every pack they're pulling a red and a blue. And it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, man.
yeah, it's just like you said, too many cards printed, right?
Holy-
For a collector perspective. The only sketch I ever pulled was from the 30th. I bought one of those Walmart. I'll call them a blister pack that had like this. It was like a Spock card in it too. That was
Okay.
kind of like chrome. I don't remember what it was called. I can't remember the name, but it was like it had a holographic kind of like bubble effect on it. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about, the 30th
Yeah.
blaster pack. I got one of those, and I got like a Chad Sears out of it. So Chad, you're the first sketch card. I never told anybody that, but never told Chad that either. But yeah, it's a cool card. It's a Spacey Stacy or Ashcan
Oh.
Andy. So
Okay.
clarify. It's clarify. Sorry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It says 1 in 410 packs.
It's actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. That's just for a regular sketch, but
It says 1 in 2 for a green parallel, and there has been a green in every
You're winning.
single.
you're
Yeah.
winning big time. Yeah.
You'll get a green in every pack. I don't think I
Something's
ever
in-
opened one that didn't get one.
1 in 36 for that blue, and that was like the what, 4th or 5th pack.
Yeah, I want to say I think most of those odds should be halved, if I'm not mistaken, because
And
you'll
they used to be. Yeah.
because you'll get 1 or 2 out of that.
Hey, this was a good pack. For one, I got to
That was a
draw.
cool one.
For 2, Phil finally showed up.
Yeah, there we go.
This guy.
That's on my list to do next time. He was on my short list. I didn't get to him this time, but
Yeah, you guys didn't get too much time to work on this.
nah.
See, the Bookworm one I'm curious about. Like, I love the concept, but I'm not a big book reader. So it's kind of one of those, like, I'm hoping that, because I mean, it's not like I'm uneducated or anything like that, but I never enjoyed reading books, so I'm hoping it's enough popular stuff where I still catch the thing. Because, like, the Horribles, I know they're some of the most popular sets. I love a few horror movies, but I'm not big on horror movies. So like
you miss the gag on some of them for
yeah,
sure.
I'll go through them. And it's like I don't even have a clue what the movie is. I mean,
yeah,
which kind of sucks, but it hurts for me. It hurts the set a little bit. So I'm hoping, like the bookworms, but those book sketches, that you guys get, I'm assuming, those things look awesome. Like I've seen at least one person I know has done a couple like bootleg ones or whatever. Like it was kind of like, okay, yeah, that's actually a really cool idea to go that route.
I like that they're landscape lateral, so they're that's you can do so much more with those sometimes, and that's the vertical trash can ones are they're fun to do, and I do like them, but there's honestly it's limited. You can do less with them, but that's my preference. Somebody might love them, but you know what? I have very few people ever ask for them, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, not the trash cans that much.
Probably just wanting something different.
They're more rare though. I mean, so you'd think people would want them. It's just kind of
because you only get just like a couple of those.
We get like 3 of those to 6, depends on the set and production run, but yeah, 3 to 6 at most. I think I'm sorry, it's like 3 and 3. So we usually get like 3 of the trash cans and then 3 of whatever it is. Like would it be the egg or the poop or the in this case the books.
It's cool they at least give you guys that. I mean, it's
something.
It sucks when I see some of you artists charging more for them, but I understand because I mean it's doing some of the eBay stuff. I'm always looking at sales and I see what people are like legitimately getting, not just asking for sketches. And
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those, it's like, I mean, I've heard what you guys are actually getting paid for the sketches, so when they're
Mm-hmm.
selling those, it's like, oh my God,
I-
but even the returns, it's like, damn, so I mean, it's one of those, I want you guys to make, like $500 a sketch if you can, but then I know
Oh
that
yeah,
also,
thanks,
that
Trenton. Yeah,
that also means I know that, like for me, there's no way, like
yeah.
I can afford that.
I'm honestly too cheap sometimes. I think when but it's effort level for the card too. I think the ones I do for people are pretty affordable. Um, but as an artist, you charge what you want. I mean, it's I don't judge too much on what people charge, but yeah, they probably will be going up. I mean, everything's going up. So, and I'm
I
seeing
mean,
blank raffle commissions going for $200, and I'm like, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks very interesting to me. I'm like, wow, that's not bad. Like I would.
I mean, but the thing is, a lot of people I know are keeping them, and they're going right to their
flipping 'em.
collection. But the ones that are
Mhm.
flipping them, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if they are making 350, it seems to be
Yeah.
kind of reasonable for some of the the higher end characters and
Yeah.
stuff.
I've had customers commission something they want, and then like an atom bomb as well, and they sell the atom bomb. And they
As an atom bomb collector, I get it.
I'm
I've heard
sorry, I
that
know
there
I'm
are.
more knives in your heart there, but I mean,
Oh,
but they
I get
are,
it. I've heard it's a common thing. I've heard there's a few
Mhm.
artists that they won't even do atom bomb because of that reason.
Yeah, I probably do like 2 atoms a set. I think you should always do an atom in the regular, and then I do like maybe a shaped atom or something like that. But and then there's always variants, or maybe a puzzle occasionally, but not often. I don't do a ton of atoms. Um, there we
That was
go.
hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta do that one. That's a beautiful card.
Got a blue and a green in this guy. That was a good pack too.
What blue did you
That's
get?
it.
Last
This is the last
one.
one.
So where the plate's at?
This is it. Weigh that pack and get an ounce reading on it, so you can
I mean,
compare it
look,
later.
it's even been dog-eared.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a good sign.
Yeah.
I hate when they're sitting around. I usually would give a pack away with a sketch. I would throw it in the box or something, for somebody, or give it away to somebody. And they're sitting on the shelf for so long, they're getting kind of warped looking in the pack. I'm like, just on the shelf. I don't know if you guys have that problem with the newer packs, but they.
Yeah, I mean
Whoa.
they're so thin though.
Yeah,
I mean they're just.
I feel like my
there's
Chrome
nothing to
cards
them.
did that.
yeah. The Chromes
Yeah.
will do that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My Chrome 3s are really, really bad. But I try to get rid of. I basically just bulk sold off most of my singles. I keep all the parallels inserts, and I just throw that on like my eBay store.
Yeah.
Just to kind of pay for the next set, basically. But I just kind of sell off all the regular stuff.
Mhm.
Everything else is in top loaders, though. I have way, way too many top loaders. I just bought like a few cases of them, and just all
Mhm.
my sets are top loaded and sitting in boxes. I mean, hell, my food fight set, my top loaders are worth more than the set, I think.
Right.
Yeah. I usually get a base set and just put them in binders, and I use them to reference. Like if I'm doing a set, I'll kind of like sit down and I'll go through them by hand, or I'll go online, just scroll through them too, but make a list of stuff. But I like going through the cards, just looking at them a little bit and just kind of getting a good vibe for them. But so it's important to have them in binders for me. But I love top loaders. I think the top loaders are the way to go to store them. Oh, good card. Yeah.
I mean, these are
Yeah,
a nice little bit
Mm-hmm.
of greens. That was it, dude. All those greens, 2 blues. Found one of those guys. You think that's who weighed so much?
There's one. I think there's one in every box.
Yeah, there's supposed to be one per box. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know last I saw my wax collection, according to some site, was like $40-$50 or something like that. I don't even. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think of like the NFT stuff? Because I know NFTs seem to be more towards the artist. I haven't heard of. You don't have any kind of like NFTs, or do you, Ricky?
No, I don't. I don't really care for them personally, but up to the collector. If they like them, it's fine.
I mean, yeah, especially if you guys can make money off of it,
Mhm.
anything, great. But I don't see the
Yeah,
long-term value.
There is definitely some movement as far as artists getting in there and getting them produced and mixing them, making some money. I've heard some good things, but I think they're short lived. So
Yeah.
I'll just say personally, and this is not anybody. I'm not representing anybody's upper deck or tops. I don't care for them. I think they're kind of a ripoff to me, but that's my opinion. So, so I'm not going to do any. Personally, I'm not going to produce any.
Right on.
I've heard them called the digital babies, and that's probably pretty accurate. But let me be wrong, and this is on video, so I'll be wrong in 50 years. It'd be fine.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, to
I won't
me, like
care. I won't care.
I like to hold, my
Yeah.
actual thing. And plus, my thing's always been, what if one of these companies go out of business? Like what happens?
What I thought was interesting, I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's called the EPAC or whatever from Upper Deck. They do a thing where they have the card, they store it in a vault, and you can have it digitally. You can look at it and everything. And if you want it, you can request it and they'll ship it to you. Like, it does truly exist, or it can live in a digital vault / real vault forever, and you can pass it around and pass like the deed or the ownership to it around. I believe that's how that works from what I've seen. And I've always wondered, like, cards I produce sometimes might go into the vault and never be seen or pulled from a pack, but they'll be in a digital vault.
See, I could do that more as long as
that sounds right. That sounds more passable. Yeah.
I want something, even if I don't possess it. I mean, not like I have any, but high-end collectors. It's not like, I'm sure that Adam Pad Paracha, it's not probably just sitting in their office. It's probably sitting in a bank vault. So I mean, I can see that more, but I still want to have something I can pass down to my kid, not just here's my password, don't lose it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, because like there's the guy that had, I don't know if you guys ever heard about, that had the Bitcoin on his computer, and it was just sitting in his it was still, Bitcoin was worthless, and he just basically, it got thrown away. And I mean, it's worth millions of dollars. And I mean, he's paid tons of money to try to dig it up in a landfill that it would have gone to.
Yeah. Gosh.
And if he can ever find it, I mean, sadly, how much money he spent is totally worth it if he ever finds it. But I couldn't imagine having that with my kid. I mean, it was cool work though that GPK Nick did on it though. The cards look really cool for like the GPK ones. But I know I see some of the prices for like the OS1 ones, and no, not paying thousands of dollars for a picture of an atom bomb. I mean, if you look in the background, those are all from the NFT site. Just downloaded the picture onto my computer, printed them up at Walgreens.
Right. You make your own GIFs or whatever, motion. I mean, do your own thing. Yeah. Well, you made some, didn't you? You made some Photoshop to your family recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Like those cards,
cool.
NFTs. Yeah. I saw that online. Yeah, that's really cool. I'd rather have that personally, but that's
right. That's cool.
But again, for people who like to collect them, there's nothing to disparage those. I mean, it's
fun, I mean, I thought Bitcoin was pretty stupid, and there's some multimillionaires that are laughing at me. So,
it was a first for me, with the whole food fight card thing. And I went through the whole chore of setting up an account and downloading all the things and all that. All the, I think I did like 8 cards, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it's designed for you to dip your toes in it, right? Because Topps is pushing NFTs really, really hard. They're looking at that space, and they'll continue to look at the space.
Right.
It's low point of entry for them to make money, really. I mean, why not?
Why not? They just sold the 1/1 Mickey Mantle rookie card NFT. I don't remember what it went for.
Yeah, I was wondering what it went for. They were making a big deal. They marketed that. They were going to have the auction, and somebody bought it. So
yeah. I mean,
I think the most famous NFTs that were out originally, I can't remember the paintings, but the ones that really, shined a light on it being a money-making sort of enterprise was, there's more story behind it, that the person who bought the NFTs actually owned the original art as well. And the artist had died in between the release of the original art and the NFTs. So it was kind of like an inside thing, which is like someone randomly paid several million for this stuff. They liked it. They loved the original art, and they wanted to have, every aspect of creation that artist had produced. So
I can see that a little more. I just looked it up real quick. That Mickey Mantle was $470,000.
Yeah.
That it went for. I mean, I'm buying a Mickey Mantle card. There's just, I mean, you're not getting the top of the line one, but I'll take a PSA one that looks nice.
Sure, absolutely.
Over an NFT.
Yeah, something you probably one day when you were a kid never thought, I'd never own that. How could I ever own that? And then you got one. Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, in 15 years, when we're all old and our rich kids that got into it are taking care of us.
I'll retract my statement then if I
Yeah.
have to. But for now, I'm not. I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's a racket personally. But
Wow.
I don't have anything in it, so I can say that. So
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
So what next?
Do you have any more boxes? Was that it?
I mean, I have other boxes.
Let's just bust them all open tonight.
Your gun shot at night. I did one, it didn't go well. So it went
Yeah.
okay. I think it went fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You enjoyed opening them, right? That's what I enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
mean, it
thrill
made
opening
me
the
smile.
pack.
I was smiling the whole time. I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
saw me cheesing over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I was stoked when I pulled the red atom bomb out of a collector's box about a month ago. Just because I really haven't pulled much else out of that food fight. I mean, a couple sketches here and there, but problem is I appreciate so many characters, but there's only so much space. I mean, it is Atom Bomb that I collect, so I'll get this really cool sketch, but it's just going to sit in a box, and I know there's somebody that's probably looking at the sketch like, oh my God, I want that so bad. So I always try to trade it off, to acquire something else.
Sure. Yeah. So,
But I hate it because I don't have any like actual like sketches I've pulled between me and my wife. I think we pulled like 5. Like she pulled the same what is it, teddy bear character, I think it is, the OS4 guy where he's dragging the teddy bear.
Yeah.
Dan Contois did it. One was a food fight and one was a 35th, and we pulled it out of separate fat packs, probably 15 miles apart, and within a week of each other. And she pulled both of them were the same character. I guess it's a character he just likes to draw every set.
Yeah. I like that character. I've drawn him about twice.
Yeah, and it was really cool. Had it in a nice display, but same thing. It just kind of sat, like it didn't go up on the wall or nothing. And finally just sold it off to get something else, that we wanted.
Get something you want. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's the way it works. Joe, so what's the? I'm just not familiar with it. But what character do you collect? Do you have one, or do you?
No, I don't really collect any specific character. I guess at a certain point I might, and I guess my poster child this whole time has been Boney Tony, just because that was the first poster or puzzle that I tried to put together when I first started, in the 80s. And I just remember trading all the time, trying to get those few missing cards to finish that puzzle.
Yeah.
And so I think if I ever did go nuts on a character, it'd probably be that guy. Awesome. But nothing yet. I mean,
you don't have to choose one. I don't think you do. I'd be hard for me to say one because you have different appreciation to kind of what I'm doing with them. But I have my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
But I like Atom Bomb. I like Nasty Nick too. There's opposing sides there sometimes, and I wouldn't choose. I like original series. I like OS2 probably the best for some reason. I like the blue wrapper. It's just that simple.
Right.
I do hate the pink wrapper.
Yeah, but OS1's so good. Such a solid set. But OS2's right there with it. I mean, I have a lot of OS2. I collected a lot of that back when I was collecting, so I have boxes of that stuff and packs and things.
That's awesome.
But
man, I got 20 OS3 packs for good grades on my report card. That was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a box OS3 in the closet just sitting there unopened. That's the only thing I got still I haven't opened. I opened a lot of stuff in the early 2000s and mid 2000s building sets. I probably shouldn't have opened. Right?
Nice. Yeah, right.
But I don't care. I mean, I built
You had
sets.
fun though.
I had a great time. Buddy of mine, we were collecting in our 30s, we kind of collected them, and it was fun. It was really fun, but can't do it now. But yeah, I remember I had original series 4 when I was a kid. I remember that. And they ended up stuck to a trash can. That's where I thought logically they should go, is like peel them and stick them on the trash can, right? It was a Transformers metal trash can. So I ruined 2 things at once there.
Nice.
But I still got like a piece of notebook paper with some of them stuck on there. It's like Losing Faith on there and few other characters remember that one. But
That's too funny.
yeah,
Good times.
yeah, definitely.
So I know I remember a little bit of what OS4, OS5, because I was living with my dad at the time, and he had a bunch of like older kind of stepbrothers, and they collected it. And one of the stepbrothers his name was Adam, so that's why I knew Adam Baum a little bit more.
Mhm.
But once I moved back in with my mom, she hated them, so it was one of those like I couldn't collect them. And I mean, after third grade, fourth grade, I didn't have anything, and then I got into sports cards and just never got back into them until had my kid and tried getting back into sports cards. Didn't like that. Garbage Pail Kids was way funner. Got an OS5 box, and I had people on the forums just like oh, you can't open it, because
Yeah.
I just wanted to open it, and honestly, if I would have just left it sealed, because that's all I was going to do was just, I was going to send it off to BBCE and get it wrapped and, hopefully it'd be worth some money. But if I wouldn't have opened it, I know I probably would have never got back into collecting. Opened the box, went back the next day. They had OS2 through 6 or 7 sets. Bought those whole sets, and yeah.
Nice.
Kind of got ugly from there.
Oh yeah, went a little further, huh?
Yeah, but I had way more fun because I was trying to buy, something for my kid, and I was buying like early 90s, late 80s baseball sets and stuff because they had a bunch of them $5 a pop. And I don't know, it just wasn't, it was fun, it was nostalgic, but I'm also going through here sitting there, these are worth a quarter of the price they were when I stopped collecting. Are they really going to be worth anything for my kid? I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, what's he going to be able to sell them off for $6 a set?
Yeah.
Right.
And GPK, I mean, I look at all the stuff I've gotten. I mean, the sports cards are dropping so fast right now. And I mean, honestly, it looks like most GPKs are still going up in value.
Yeah, they are for now, for sure. I hope they keep producing at the same rate for a while and improve the quality too. But I always look over at wacky packages. I look at that is that the future with the age groups? You think about the age group, people who collect the wacky packages are ahead of our age groups.
Yeah.
And you look at the release sets on those, and they cut the retails for a while because they weren't selling well. They just stopped in 2018. That was the last. Go to the Movies was the last set of that for a while, and they announced one for 2022, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, I haven't heard anything else about it.
I see they do like the online set still, but yeah,
they do. And they do sketch work with it sometimes.
I love the wacky packages. Like, I mean, they almost make me laugh more than the Garbage Pail Kids do, but it's kind of that one time, maybe second time thing. Like I can kind of go back and look, and I don't know why I appreciate the art more with the people compared to products.
I do too. I feel exactly the same way. But the wackies, they're funny. They even have like maybe a deeper dimension of gag in them too. Like there's more gags going on in a wacky than a GPK sometimes. Like they're almost a smarter gag, or harder to produce. I should say not smarter, but harder to produce. But yeah, I hope that GPK has always done better, I guess, overall than wackies. But wackies were in the 70s they outsold baseball cards when they first were out, like the second year or third year.
That's
they were out.
What I heard.
Like they were dominant. And their artwork is fantastic on the old ones, new ones too. But just like not too much to complain about there. But you talk about cards selling a lot for online. I think the first set I worked on was an old school 6. It was an online series, like they do now. They do one of those about every year for wackies, and I remember seeing those things go on eBay, like you were talking about earlier. They're like $600 for a card I did. I'm like, what? Like, really? Like, huh?
Yeah.
Not everything does that for sure. But that one, I was like, good Lord. It wasn't like a best offer either. It was a bid. So I was like, wow.
I mean, hey, some people got the money.
They do. I mean, but.
And I mean, it's art. I mean, it's one of those. I mean, I look at, what people, I mean, you guys are amazing. Don't get me wrong. You're not like, I don't really know my art, but like the major people that people spend, millions of dollars. But I mean, they'll spend millions of dollars on something like that. And, like you walk into my house and I have, Phony Lisa, printed up. So you see like, my classy, ness to the house. And, I mean, I look at that and it's like, that's, cost nothing in comparison, but it to me, it's honestly almost just as good as having a Mona Lisa. I mean, besides obviously the value of it, if anything, I think that one's a hell of a lot funnier.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's supposed to be, but.
I like it. So you blew it up like full size, like
it's just like an 8x10. Because if you actually go to, I don't even know what site it is, the Topps NFT site, they have inserts for the NFTs, and for Series 2, one of them they just did where you actually have the whole art. So you have like a 3 or a 5x7 size picture of just the art, with no logos, no nameplates, no nothing on it. So I just went through and kind of downloaded. Like if you can kind of see like back over here, I just did, I took off, I don't know if I can actually.
A little bit.
I think I can zoom in here.
Much like you did the original cards back there, right?
Yeah, you can't really see too well. But they're just, I took all the cards and kind of like twisted them and everything and made them look like your guys' sketches, because most of the sketches aren't always just straight up and down.
Yeah. Sure.
And I just put, I think, 6 to a 8x10 and just did all that.
That's cool.
But yeah, they're decent enough quality. You can print up 5x7s, 8x10s. I mean, I don't know if you'd want to go too big, but being it's kind of arty, it might actually look kind of cool on a big canvas or something.
Right. There's a thought.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm into doing some of the cheap stuff. I can't afford, unfortunately, too much of the nice stuff. So I'm always looking for ways to
just
have
make
a nice
yourself
display.
Happy. Yeah, make yourself happy. Whatever you got, make yourself happy. I mean, I like just having a wax pack sometimes and stuff. I like the old movie wax packs, just from the old, like 80s or 70s.
Yeah, some of those are definitely really cool. It's crazy what the prices are on some.
Yeah, some are crazy expensive, but some are really affordable, and they're like that's it. You don't have to open them. Leave the gum in there. It's going to look bad if you
probably don't want to open a lot of them. I lucked out. My OS 5 box is really nice, but I've seen a few other ones that people open. And it's just like, oh god, there's like one good card per pack. I
have an OS 5 box I bought years ago that it came in the mail and they had shipped it horribly. This is a video I think you made a video about how to ship GPK a while back, right? You have one of those. Well, this person just took the box and threw it inside a larger box and threw some newspaper in there, and it was really a loose box. And I got it, and the box was just like smashed.
It sounds like Beyond the Streets when they shipped out their boxes.
It was
that same thing.
It was just destroyed, and I bought it for the box. I wanted just a pristine box to sit up there and say, I like the box. So, and I wrote the person. They just were apologetic, but what are you gonna do? I started giving away the packs. I just gave them some of the packs here and there. I still did like to kids and stuff, and when I met them and things. And I mean, whatever. My son
it is what it is. It's just it amazes me how they send cards. I mean, I've gotten just a card in an envelope. I mean, granted, it was just a couple $1 card, but it's just like, thankfully I haven't gotten anything really damaged. But it's just like who just grabs a card and puts it in an envelope and thinks that's acceptable to send that off.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Or throws a box inside a big giant box. Or like in the sports cards, I'll see them. What they'll do is, selling off, 100 packs, and they've got it just jammed into a box, and it's like all it takes is one ding, and literally that whole side is damaged. But
they're all from the 90s anyway. Like they're just.
I mean, they're all worthless, but I mean,
But you paid for them, so they're worth something.
Yeah, I mean, say you do maybe get a $3 Ken Griffey or something.
Yeah, sure.
Now it's worth nothing.
And I love the 90s sets. That's where I grew up collecting them. I love them, and I know they're junk, half of them, but
there's some cool. I know my one I loved going through was the old 90s score baseball.
Oh yeah, 90s score, yeah.
That one, there was just, I don't know, that was when I collected a lot, but
my big set I started with was a Don Russ 1990, really junky set.
That was the red border one, right?
Red border one, got it from the gas station, loved it. Loved it. Junk, but pure junk, really. I mean, but there's so many cards in that. It's like 600 and something cards. I mean, it's just insane. But fun wax packs. But,
See, part of me wishes you could just go to the gas station and pick up Garbage Pail Kids, but I also know that means that there's, 200,000, 300,000 cards printed easy of everything.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I kind of had the thought of maybe, could I possibly go to the independent little stores? Maybe, not a chain store, but an independent store. And hey, I got this case of hobby boxes. You want to sell some Garbage Pail Kids in your little store here, man? I mean, come on. How cool would that be?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
People, if you can make them money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I just want to be able to, like you said, be able to walk into a convenience store and get some packs over there next to the bubble gum.
Well, now it's just you'd be like if you get to Target and find anything because Trenton's already got them all. So
Yeah,
what you're gonna do. Sounds like I don't know, but
just don't come to the Milwaukee area.
it's covered. That zone's covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like buying retail too.
And the best part is also you just make a business out of selling. Especially now, you sell over $600, you have to. You don't want to pay taxes. I mean, there's driving to 13 different Targets at 60 cents a mile. It's a nice little tax write-off too.
Right? I know all about that.
I mean, I'm not the type to do it, but go out of state on vacation. But make sure you hit up a couple Targets.
There you go.
I remember when I first had a business doing something different than vaping. I talked to a guy, and that was kind of his, he's trying to tell me all these things. He's like, yeah, go to Disneyland, but make sure you stop by a vape shop and, write off your whole trip. And it's like, yeah, my accountant's not that good. I go to H&R Block. They're not willing to write that off for me.
There's no checkbox for a vape shop, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to get some deductions, but I mean, it's like they're not gonna, he's like, oh yeah, drive your car this and do that and deduct it, and it's like, man, you got a good thing going.
Hey, there goes DK.
Hey, DK.
Hey. Thanks, DK, for checking out my videos. He came through and looked at all my content. It was really nice of him.
I tried looking up it's just under your name, right?
It's just my name right there. Yeah, it's real well named. Yeah. It's a channel in development for sure. It needs to say like art of or something. I don't know. It just, yeah. I don't post it to any groups or anything. I probably should do more of that, but I'm a very bad on the publicity side. So
man, tell me
quiet.
I know
Being here is a big deal, right? I mean, for you guys.
I mean, definitely throw it on mine. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to do it. I'm one of those whores. I'm just throwing it out on every group that it's relevant on. Hey, watch this. But
I like your group because you're about no drama, and the charity stuff impressed me as well. So that's one reason I'm here. I thought that was pretty cool, Jen. So.
I try to keep out the drama. I mean, it's not a lot of it comes in, but it's also one of those. I mean, I've got the variety of people. Almost. I want to say almost every admin of all the groups, or at least in the group. I mean, it's not like they're that active, but. Yeah. I mean, honestly, as my group's gotten bigger, it's not like I'm super active in all the other groups. I mean, I barely got time to even keep up on my own, but I try to keep the drama out of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love jumping on a group and seeing 150 comments, what's going on? And, just sitting here laughing, especially as, you've kind of I've met at least most of these people or had some conversations.
It's like you watch the car accident when you drive by. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll jump on and definitely watch a video or something, but
yeah, sure.
I don't, to me, I got into Garbage Pail Kids as an escape. I'm not trying to deal with crazy drama. I mean, I know money always brings drama though, but it's just, I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But
that's a good thing. I did have some of the sketch cards from previous. I was going to show you a quality thing on them if you'd like to see that. I reviewed it. I talked about it in one of my videos before, but I thought it might be cool to show you that. Relaxing. Well, maybe they put him to sleep. I don't know. So the live streams, I try to do like an hour now. When I sketch, I'll do a live sketch for an hour. Sometimes it used to be two. I used to do 2 cards or something like that. But it's just me talking to the chat window, so it's kind of boring. I think probably some people enjoy it though. So let me switch over my cameras here and see if I can get this going. All right.
It's why one of those I always hope every time I do one of these that at least 1 or 2 of you guys jump on, because it's just at least in my opinion, I mean, I get people that watch my videos and they're like, oh yeah, that's really cool, and I'm just like, I'm glad you love watching it, but to me, I feel like they're almost boring to watch. But I mean, I try to every time make it a little more informative. That looks like I know he said he's gonna have issues. But yeah, it's weird at times.
Let's get the camera going here. Yeah, so my OBS was really messing up this time. So.
That's what you were saying. The joys of being live at times.
I was gonna ask him like what he ends up doing with the sketches from the live streams.
See, I just have sketches all over my house, but then I'd be looking at it like, okay, that's $50 there, there's a couple $100 there.
Right on.
I know I've seen a couple people like I think Lee GPK, he's working on a whole, I think OS 1 or 2 set, where he's doing all the cards from the set, which that'd be really cool to have, like a binder with the set with like a sketch card that you did with for all of them.
Yeah, I follow Lee on Instagram. He's got some nice stuff. He's a pretty cool artist.
Yeah.
You hear me okay still? My camera wouldn't work, so I'll just show him on this one. It's a bad camera, but I'll use it. So what I was gonna say was I might do some other time.
It only streams at 720p anyways, so
yeah. You can see this is a food fight blank, and I'll try to do some lighting differences here. I can you see the shimmer. And some of you, I think Trent, you said you pulled a few of these.
Yeah.
So if you look at the back, they got this glossy, nice sealed finish, and the cards they're pretty good in the front. These are pretty good sides. So they've been like this for years. Like the quality has been about like this for a long time for the sketch cards. Pretty nice. They don't rub off very well. There's no problems in the back really. And then I was going to tell you was here's a vacation blank. So these are you can't see because they look at the shame, but they are not shimmery. They look like it because of the lighting, but trust me, they're matte. They're like a matte finish. And I rotate mine when I draw on this paper, and it will actually grind away the coloring on some of these.
Oh wow!
So the quality dipped down pretty heavily, and then the fronts are about the same. The fronts are the same, no problem there. They feel like a little thinner, like just a hair. I can notice a little difference, but I just want to share that with you that these are like the quality. It's not bad. You can produce a good card on it, no problem. They still bleed through like they normally would. Even with the seal, they bleed through. But I don't worry about that. They don't ding us on that, so I don't really care. But just thought I'd share that with you. These were a little different. And then here is a Bookworm Blank. Same kind of back, same kind of matte back. And I use a very slick piece of paper now underneath them, so I don't damage them myself. But the one thing is difference on these, the quality was the lines in the banner. They come off really easy when we were working with them. I saw people who were masking stuff with tape, and they would pull that line right off. It was just, in fact, I can erase it with an eraser. I can just erase the line, and nothing's been like that ever before. I had a few that like that. Like I taped one side. I like to tape the borders for myself, and when I spray them, if I'm going to airbrush them, it gives me that nice crisp like white border. And it would actually just take the border off. So I had to redraw a few of those. And then I saw a few that they did the banner when they were doing like a Triptych sketch, and they would tape the banner and either airbrush around it, and they took it off. It took the banner off. So
wow. Yeah, I mean the banners. That's what you're kind of paying for. When you
I know.
Get
so yeah, I'd freak out. Freak out if that might got rejected. I don't know. Hopefully it won't. Yeah. That wasn't me, but that was somebody else I saw had that trouble. But they warned everybody, like, hey, so I used a real low tack tape, and I reused it several times and got the tack lower, and I could use my tape, but because I used the same 4 pieces of tape for all 51 of these. We did 51 of these, so a little bit lower of a number, but yeah, the quality. I think the artwork's going to be fine. As a collector, it's going to be fine. You're not going to notice the difference, but for us, it was like, And I hear the same thing for like the Star Wars guys who do those. I've done a set of those too, but I hear complaints all the time about that stock, but again, I didn't work with it. So, but, and the same deal with the trash cans from Vacation. They're, trust me, they're matte. They look like they're shiny here because of the lighting, but they're matte finish. They're kind of different, not glossy like the, there's a Food Fight. It's glossy. Nice finish there. Durable, more durable.
Right.
And here's one of the trash. You saw some of these online recently, I think, right? Not for me.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, guys. So,
Really?
Oh, really?
so
You get
from,
for one that you had to skip.
there was a little amount produced. So
I'm very
I'll have to
curious
look
to
what we
see
got.
what you guys end up doing with those car ones. Like because in my mind, like I'm not, to my opinion, I'm not very creative. So like I sit there and like I can only picture a couple different things, you know. But I know at least a couple of you guys are gonna just have something that's just gonna be like, holy crap, where'd you come up with that?
Probably, I'll tell you two I did that are, and I'll try. I can't think of the character's name. It always happens on live streams, but one of them was card back, and it was a bus driver who's driving and he's fighting with the passengers in the back, like kicking at him, and it might have been from like original series. I want to say 5, 4, somewhere in there. I can't recall. It might have been 3. I'm sorry, it was in 3. It was in 3. It was a bus driver fighting, so I've got that. It's Tom Bunk style art on there, and then another one is was it original series? Is it 3 or not? It's not in 3. Might have been in 5. There's a character that's getting rolled over. And he's being run over by the back wheel.
Oh,
I'm drawing a blank. He's not super popular, but it's an original series in the first few sets.
I know what you're talking about.
You know which one I'm talking about. He's getting ran over by the back tire, and he's coming up in the wheel well, sort of.
Yep.
I think one of the newer ones they did kind of a redo of that.
They revisited it. Yeah, they revisited it. I can't think of his name.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, and he's being kind of pulled up on this back wheel, and he's got some gum sticking to him, and he's
Anybody in live jump on? We got 4 of you guys.
I can't remember his name. I would have never normally have drawn him. Probably, I just didn't care to because I had to put the tire tread marks on his face and everything. I just didn't want to do all that. But yeah, I was able. Which one?
Tired Tyler.
Maybe. There it is. Yep. Thank you, Randy.
There you go.
Hey, Randy. Yeah. So, but yeah, I did him for the back wheel of this one. So I kind of like merged him under this card for that. I thought that was a very appropriate one for him. Flat Tyler. Tyler. Yeah, Flat Tyler. Yeah. But those are 2 I did for that. So anything, I was trying to pull something that's like related, you know. You can't always do that, but anyway, just a little preview and some of those, what they look like and kind of their properties. You can probably feel the difference if you had 2 in your hand, but
right on.
Yeah.
It's amazing because I mean they're not really making that many of them. I mean I know they a couple thousand maybe tops. Like I'm surprised. I understand why every company wants to save a buck, but I mean I don't know. I mean it just seems like between what they pay you and everything, like they got enough profit margin to spend 10 cents extra a card. I mean, I look at my business cards that I bought, you know, I mean, the upgrade to go to the next, you know, setting, it was not that much. And I'm sure Topps is getting a better deal, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. And they own their own printing presses, too. Yeah, some of these independent cards, I buy them sometimes. Even like the GPK, you know, their website, they sold these blanks for a while, these things. I've used them a lot. I love these cards. They're great. These are great cards. They're the closest in the front. They feel the closest to the original cards from Topps as well. To me they do. But I love these. And then, you know, there's a lot of independent ones out there like this one from Artist United. You've probably seen these. You've seen these. These are cool to do GPKs on. These are superior stock as far as quality of the card. But
I was pretty surprised. Yeah.
These are nice. I do a lot of these in the live streams, and I heard Joe, you ask what I do with them. I put them in a box. I plan to sell them at some point, but I never have. I put them in a box, or I'll go to a show with them or something, or I give them away. It depends, you know, if somebody likes one. I've sold a few. I've given away some for promos, things like that. But yeah, these are, you're right. They're pretty incredible.
Right on. Is that thicker? It looks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard to tell on the screen, but here's a. Let's do it. You can't tell in this, but there's a.
I mean, you can see like.
There's a core in there. There's actually a core inside that card,
right,
so
right.
it will not bleed through. Oops.
Like the flat stock.
And there's your top stock there.
Wow, look at that.
And these are
Big
good
difference.
cards. I like the finish on the front of these. They grab like the tooth on them, the tooth on the card. But again, the GPKs are awesome. I mean, these are,
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd recommend these. I mean,
I was thinking about picking up a stack of them just in case my kid ever decides to start drawing or just to try something. Just I think it'd be fun. You know, I've had a little more fun drawing, but I still suck so bad. So I need to watch more of your guys' videos because every time I do watch one of you guys draw, like I'll pick up something, but it's still a long ways to go from anything respectable.
Yeah, it's just practice and trying, right? It's just one of those things. But yeah, I mean, just you do so many of them, and you do them in a time crunch. You get where you can kind of like PTSD do them. You know, you're like focused into do them when you get there. So
this is sort of off subject, but I just remembered I went to a local shop that sells some cards, not a whole lot, but this is their store card, their rewards card.
Oh wow, yeah,
that's cool.
So like, you know,
Hold on.
once I go buy all the OS packs they have,
that's neat.
I'll get some. I was like, yes, check that out.
Do either of you have a OS 1 pack?
An OS 1 pack? No.
What are they? They're like 30, they're like 300 now, 350, something like that, right?
Yeah, at least
And that range, yeah.
My thing is, I wouldn't really trust. I mean, I know there's a couple people in the groups that are trustworthy, but I mean, unless they were the ones that got them, I mean, you never know with those prices. And the graded ones are $700.
Super. Not even don't talk about those. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to spend that kind of money.
I know where one is locally, and yeah, he wants like I think $350 for that one, and he's got it like in a Ziploc baggie, dude. Like just like
it keeps the gum fresher if you do it in Ziploc.
Yeah.
That's the trick. Everybody knows that, Joe. Come on, you put it
right.
Yeah, if you microwave them for about 2 seconds, the wax gets resealed perfectly. You know.
See, that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, that's the thing. I hear that and I get disheartened because I have a pack or two of them and I bought them years ago, and like now everyone's gonna be like they're not real, you know, like they're not real, but they are. I'm just so fortunate I was able to get in early on that, but gosh, I think I need a pack of 15 to finish out a set of those.
Got a wrapper set. It's as close as I got.
Yeah, well, I think a wrapper set's just fine. You know, I mean
that's still
you still get the nostalgia hit from because you're not going to open the pack, so you must have a wrapper. You know,
that's for sure.
You know,
I would say like DK is saying here, he's got an OS pack with Atom Bomb on the front. That's awesome, but it's one of those. I mean, the card's more than likely toast. That sucks. But I mean, that said, I'd love to have one, just not for the price.
Silica packs are a good idea.
Yeah, if you know they've been kept taken care of.
I hope I get one of those car sketches or really any of those sketches.
What's the largest collection I've drawn for?
Yeah.
The largest collection. I mean, like the largest set? Not sure what it means by that.
Right. So wait, okay, so yeah, so like how many cards did you draw for Food Fight in total?
So a typical set, like I was describing earlier, there's like just over 100 cards for a typical set, but you can use some of the blanks, the regulars for a puzzle, so you count that as like one picture. So it's usually around 65-ish regular cards. It can be up in the 70s. Then about 12 shaped, 3. It's always 3 panos. It's always 3 triptych sketches. I don't think they went to 4. I can't recall recently. And then, of course, the puzzles have gone up over the years from like 4, 3. Now it's 5. It's been up to 6. It varies. So it's like 100 drawings roughly, 120 sometimes. It depends.
Wow.
The sets vary a little bit. The most I've ever done at one time, I did multiple sets at one time before, and I think 260 cards in a month is the most I've done.
Wow.
And that's
Wow.
like breaking the all I've got. So I can't do it. I don't do that often. And I don't want to do it again. But I think last year I did it where I was sort of stacked too, and I did around 220 in a month, and that sucks because they're all staggered, and you don't intend to do that.
Because now are you doing, a full-time job on top of all this too?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Some years like the Horrible and Revenge of the Horrible, I think I took a few days off. I had some vacation time in there I took to do a set, just to ensure I can get the quality I want on them. I took some time off. So generally though, I can work over the evenings. I can do that. I used to be up like maybe like 9 to 3 a.m. 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. I'd work on cards maybe. And, you get up in
months. And
yeah, I think you were saying something about the
5 months.
The most recent one you had.
So vacation, we were given 5 months. That was unusual. That was really weird, just because it's in the pandemic year kind of thing too, right? So they didn't produce that set yet. They gave us some time. But typically it's a month and a half or a month, or in some cases like this last set, for me, it was about 2.5 weeks roughly. I had a few less days because I couldn't get the cards as soon as some other people. But wish I could do. So Randy's saying, yeah, you have to just keep trying to get in there, because it's good to try to submit your artwork around the windows when the sets are before, like in the springtime, the fall. There's some little areas where they're about to rev up a new set, so it's always good to get that, your request over the tops, samples, because during the season or weird time during the summer, everybody emails us that generic email they have, so it's just pounded. So it's hard to get in. It took me about a year really to get a hold of somebody. And there's some luck involved. They just have to like your art one day. Art's fickle, so that people like your art one day, they don't the next. So
I see some damn good artists. I mean, Ross Randy, I know I've seen some of your stuff. It's damn good. I see a lot of people that are really good that I'm surprised they're not in there. But then again, I mean, you can only have so many, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of talented people.
I mean, I know I've gotten some sketches. I showed a couple on the last live that, one was like a younger kid that did. I mean, he was like, teenager, but still, it's just like, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, even, Pat C's kid. I mean, what is it, 12, 13 or so.
Yeah. That's a great teacher, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
that helps.
Yeah, I guess I'm next. Awesome. Yeah, I've seen both. Work. Pat's awesome.
I love how you guys.
All kinds of things. So.
Yeah, you guys probably don't want to see any of my artwork. I think I've posted some of it on my Facebook. You can see some of that horrible stuff over there, Josh.
I guess that work to speak.
No, Randy, keep trying. I'll try to give you a hint. Reach out to me. I'll give you a hint when they might be listening. But trust me, it's hard for us to get them to talk to us sometimes too. So communication right now is tough. So that company, as you all know, is going through some changes, and it's affecting everybody. So
that would be fun. Well, you think he would do that? You think Dolly would be into GPK?
Who knows? Definitely some of the old artists have their own kind of style. And obviously, I'm sure GPK is not big enough in the grand scheme even for modern artists to really look at.
Yeah, I think
like the high ones.
People have different objectives too when they come in to work on that art, right? Some of the sketch people just want to get in there to get their name seen a little bit, getting a few packs of cards, and then jump to something else as a notoriety thing in whatever industry you're trying to go to. Some I just like producing sketch cards for the original, original fans out there and stuff. That's what I like. So
I say it
I
helps that you are a fan of GPK.
yeah, I think, and a lot of us are though. That's what's really neat. You see that with a lot of the artists is they're all fans. They collect or they get it. Some of them out there are artists who just thought it was cool to start and do it, and they got into it later. But I think that's the real big difference with GPK, and they go for more, right? GPK sketch cards go buku's more than you look at the Star Wars cards. They can't hold a candle to it, and that artwork is fantastic. Right. The Star Wars sets are beautiful.
I will say, yeah, I've seen. I mean, I'm not a Star Wars person at all, but there's some that's definitely like, damn, that's
they work their butts off, and the requirements are tighter. There's another approval process level. I've done the set in 2019 for them, and I didn't enjoy it. It was just a pain. So
too much tape.
I might do another one day. I might try to do another one day, but
I mean, there's such a big franchise. I can imagine, though. Yeah, they can't have one thing going out with their official logo and stuff.
Yeah, there's less creativity in it. There's so much less creativity. So much. The guidelines are so tight. GPK, you have a little bit of wiggle room there. We had more.
This is what the character looks like. This is what he has to look like. Just draw that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you plan to do another live sketch?
Yeah, probably do one tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah. I usually post on Instagram. I'm gonna do one, and if I post on Instagram, I'm gonna do it. Or if I post on YouTube, I'm gonna do it. I do it. So I rarely cancel anything like that. But I'll probably do one tomorrow.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of a Memorial Day theme kind of thing. There's not trying to think what would be appropriate GPK for Memorial Day. There's a couple things in my head, but
can't think of names at all off the top of my head, but I can picture a couple. But I'm kind of the same with the 4th of July ones and everything too.
Right. Some picture, of course. But there's a few out there that work. It might be something different. Yeah. Yes.
Backside.
Yeah. We could. The Statue of Liberty from Alice, something I can't think of. That says kind of names. Like you can't read straight whether there's some trouble on the original writing, but I didn't do it forever because it's narrows it off forever. People kept you've seen them. I know some sketches. So I finally did one. I think it was maybe last set I did one, or vacation I did one finally.
I say it looks like we're getting some on your guys' end. Does everything look good?
Yeah,
I see some people saying it's not.
I'm good.
I say for me, it looks like all three of us are good, but
yeah,
looks like we got. Is the audio choppy on just one person? Everybody, Randy? I mean, I'm probably gonna cut this off here in a few minutes, anyways. But
yeah,
so it looks like we're already pushing almost an hour and a half here.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I saw that. I was like, oh my god, an hour and 20 minutes already.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
With only 3 guests. See?
Yeah,
yeah, 2 guests. Yeah, we'll have to get some more next Sunday.
It's definitely been way funner than I expected. You know, I'm glad. Honestly, I wasn't even sure when I first thought about doing this. It's like, will anybody even come on at all? You know, because I mean, when it's GPK, I mean, yeah, we got a big community, but it's not like it's a huge community or nothing like that either.
No, it's good talking to some guys who are collecting and some girls too out there. Everybody's really, you know, I haven't been able to trade cards with anybody for a while. Joe, they're on the way. I'm telling you,
nice.
They're in the mail, man. So
awesome.
it's been fun to kind of get back into that a little bit.
Yeah, no, for sure. Same from here. It's funny how we all keep talking about OS 5, but that little store that I mentioned with that little store card, I found a couple of OS 5 packs there, and that's what kicked me fully back into this whole thing. And man, off I went. Let me tell you. But
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait for vacation. I gotta be honest. I know there's a lot of people out there like, oh my god.
I'm excited. I love the fact we got Bunk coming back doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I want to see everything.
Plus, I love traveling. I love going places. You know,
It's a great theme. It's a great theme, actually. Yeah, it's a fantastic idea. I probably think it sounds better than like you were describing earlier, Trent, was the bookworms, I would think. But
yeah, but I mean, like my wife, she's a huge book person, so I mean, like, she's kind of excited for on vacation, but she cannot wait for bookworms.
Yeah, I think, like you said, the concern is, would it be like the TV set a couple years back, where it was like all these shows that people may or may not know what they are, you know, and do you get the gag? But we'll see. Only time will tell. You know, I'm sure the artwork will be great.
Yeah, no, looks good.
Let's see. Yeah, looks like we're. Well, hey, we probably should cut it off. I don't know. Yep. Who knows? Maybe playing or going live for so long. I mean, I see people that do like 4-hour lives, but I don't know. I don't know how they do that in general.
More caffeine for sure.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything. I love my GPK, but I think after 4 hours, it'd just be like either the same crap just over and over. Like, all right, Joe, can you just shut up right now? Like,
maybe just chanting GPK in unison at that point.
Right.
I could draw your entire sketch card in that for easily.
Yeah, but I mean.
But then again, hey, if you're making money off your channel, I guess, though, you know, why not go 4 hours and make some damn good money off of it?
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
Always fun, guys.
Yep, definitely. Appreciate Ricky,
good
Joe.
Talking to you.
So we will talk to everybody. Thank you. Looks like we're getting, each time the chat's getting a little more lively. So, and I'm slowly trying to figure out how to do all this at the same time. But thank you guys for coming on. We will talk to everybody later. And I'm thinking probably Tuesday, maybe doing something. I don't know what you guys got going on or anybody else. You know, I'm always looking for people to come on. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, guys.
Right. Have a good one. See you.
Yep, have a good night.
Okay.